We're backstage at the Blender Theater right now. We're actually in your dressing room can.
It's true.
Mints, you're gonna go on stage and rock this place. Welcome to New York. You like the neighborhood?
Yes, it's exciting to be in the big city, man.
You have a chance to look around today?
Yeah, I've been here a few times, but we're from the country, so that's the attire. So
You're actually from Richmond, Virginia, right? Amanda's. Now, there's a lot of metal that's come out of there. Guar, Lamb of God, Alabama, Thunder Pussy. What's in the water there? What are they doing that brings this out?
I guess cheap beers in the water. I guess that's how all those bands get started, but maybe even us. But it's just a small, tight-knit community. Everyone knows each other. There's no real egos there, so you see those guys at the grocery store. It's like, hey, what's up? You know, everyone just kind of is. No matter what genre you're into, everyone just kind of knows each other. Everyone's been in a band or starting another project, and it's just real friendly situation, I guess. You know.
Your last album, The Art of Partying. How does Municipal Waste party?
We're really responsible in our partying. I mean, that's the art to it, you know. You don't want to ruin someone else's good time by having your good time. So it's more about just respecting people, and that's kind of what that album was about. People just thought it was a goofy party record, but there's an art to it. So we're moving on from that. We're writing a little more, covering different ground now.
Well, the new album, Massive Aggressive. What is a massive aggressive? Is this like a noun, an adverb? Can you use it in a sentence?
I don't even know what it means. Is that the title of the record?
Yeah.
It's a play on passive aggressive. It's like the total opposite. It's like you get your feelings out there and express yourself and be your own person.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Yeah, my new album's called Massive Aggressive.
Do you have any particularly favorite song on it?
I like Wolves of Chernobyl. It covers a lot of ground musically, and I think it's a cool concept. It's about radioactive wolves that attack with like 3 heads and shit. So we're into like the horror, like curbing reality a little bit to make it a little more horrific. We've always kind of had twisted like horror stories in our lyrics, so that'll always be a mainstay.
I noticed the last track on the record, Acid Sentence. That's over 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's the longest song we've ever written, and I wrote most of the lyrics for that one. It's actually based on a true story, and it's about this serial killer in England in the 1940s his name was John Hay, and he was a con artist as well as a serial murderer, and he would con like older women and whatnot into turning over their assets to him, and then he would dip them in acid and just destroy all whereabouts of the body. Thought he was a genius. He kind of grew up in a real religious family and got kind of a real twisted mind, but it's based on a true story.
Do you think that's the longest or the closest Municipal Waste will come to a jam song?
We never thought we'd break 3 minutes, and it's 3 on the dot, so we didn't even go past 3. So each album, there's one song that gets a little bit longer. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's like experimenting with like some different tempos that we've never done. We never really went that slow before, and I think if you do it to a minimum, it shows dynamic, and it's actually it's set apart from the rest of the album. So it works, I think.
If you weren't in a band, what would you be doing professionally?
I want to be a radio personality, and I'm working on that today. We did a gig at Sirius Radio over in the city, and I think I'm trying to get my foot in the door, so remember that.
Do you feel like these new medias, whether it's the internet or internet radio or satellite radio, gives Municipal Waste exposure you wouldn't have gotten 10 years ago?
Yeah, I'm all for it, and I hope radio stays strong, because I think it's a cool outlet. It's like one of the oldest forms, to hear music, and I think it would be fun just to, be able to tell some of my war stories and, kind of enlighten people on bands they might not have heard of, like old heavy metal stuff that I'm into. So hopefully I can get that gig one day when I'm too burned out from getting inebriated and playing and headbanging every night. So.
The devil pursues my sins and fame. The one way out is to play the game.